I don't know if he's going to win, but I think he can win.
So
but he's going to have to box a brilliant fight.
Mayweather was definitely better. He was better when he fought because he was more technically sound and knew how to put the words.
And Floyd Mayweather understands that, guess what? Styles make fights. He understands. Styles make fights. And he understands the greatness of Terence.
Joe Rogan predicted the outcome of a fantasy fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. He praised Floyd as one of the greatest technicians in history, reminding fans of how dominant he was in his prime against elite opponents. While Rogan admitted Crawford presents a difficult challenge, he stressed that Mayweather's defensive genius and ring IQ made him nearly unbeatable even against a talent like Crawford.
He was in his prime. That would have been fucking incredible to see which style's superior. Because Floyd would move towards you like this, you just get right up on you. But just show you how good Floyd really is. Because of the fact that he's won decisions by playing it safe, people that just don't get excited about him and they recognize him with the all-time greats. He's the best.
Analysts reflected on Mayweather's Hall of Fame legacy, noting his unmatched career achievements. At the same time, they praised Crawford as today's pound-for-pound king. Both men defeated Canelo Alvarez in their eras, but in very different ways, which makes comparisons extremely difficult. The conclusion: choosing a winner feels almost impossible, as both represent boxing's highest level.
Won, in my opinion, 10 rounds to 2. If you want to be, generous, 9 rounds to 3. But he clearly won the fight against Canelo Alvarez. Clearly. And Floyd Mayweather understands that, guess what? Styles make fights. He understands. Styles make fights. And he understands the greatness of Terence Crawford. And he stated on numerous occasions that, guess what? Terence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. And he believed it. He put his money where his mouth is. And it held to be true. Period. So, again, and I hate to do this, and I hate to keep saying this, right? But people try their best to try to pit Terence Crawford against Floyd Mayweather, right? Who's better? Who beat Canelo Alvarez better? Who did it better? So on and so forth, right? The fact remains is this: they both outclassed him. They both won in dominant fashion, and styles make fights. Right? And the style that Terence Crawford presents, the style Floyd Mayweather presents, now they do it different, is too much for Canelo Alvarez. Period. Point blank.
Bob Arum offered a different view, claiming Crawford would beat Mayweather even in Floyd's prime. He described Crawford as uniquely adaptable, fast, and intelligent inside the ring, qualities that allow him to adjust to any opponent. In Arum's eyes, those traits give Crawford the edge over Mayweather's defensive mastery.
What's up, fight fans? Prime for prime. Who wins a fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Bud Crawford? Bob Arum says Bud. Do you agree?
For prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really? Why?
Because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has to switch, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. I just think Crawford is a very, very unique.
Trainer Greg Hackett explained why Canelo himself ranked Crawford's win over him higher than Floyd's. According to Hackett, Mayweather fought a young and inexperienced Canelo, while Crawford faced a fully developed, seasoned champion. That's why Canelo valued Crawford's victory more.
He's way better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. What's your thoughts on his statement, and do you agree with the sentiment?
Him saying that, I can't say he capping. I can't, because I don't know what he felt. But when I heard that, what I think is, when Floyd beat me, I was 23, I wasn't polished. When Bud beat me, I was the man. I was the man. And he beat me fair and square. He beat me at my game, and he beat me at his game. That's why Canelo said it. Do I believe that? It's tough to believe. We're not gonna ever see Bud versus Floyd. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I would love to see that fight, but I know we're not gonna see it. But I can only take Canelo's word because he's the man that's been in the ring with both of them. But I understand why he said it. I was a kid when I fought. He wasn't a kid literally, but he was young. He was young. There was a lot he didn't know. There was a lot he didn't understand about boxing that he later on learned and got better. But Bud beat the better version of me, even though it's the ran down version. I'm saying that because it is some wear and tear there with Canelo. I've been saying it the whole time. When a guy got almost 70 fights in current time, with all those big camps he's been doing and all that, trust me, it's some wear and tear there. I'm not making excuses for Canelo. I'm just saying. I do give Bud his credit though for beating Canelo, and Canelo understands I am a better fighter today than I was back then. But that's hard to say because Floyd, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Bud took maybe 20% of what Floyd did and added that to his.
Commentators Simon Jordan, Adam Smith, and Duke McKenzie recalled the hype around Mayweather versus Canelo. At 36, Floyd was seen as taking a huge risk against the undefeated, bigger, and stronger Canelo. Many expected Floyd's first loss, but instead, Mayweather delivered a flawless performance, neutralizing Canelo and proving doubters wrong.
Crawford, they were all the question marks. Could he do that? Could he cope with the power of Canelo Alvarez, who's adapted now and had to adjust in his career? He now throws single shots. And that's why it was the calculated gamble. Well, it wasn't really a gamble because me and Simon called it from the beginning. That we go, Mayweather ticks every department. You go, the only thing that people are hedging their bets on is that Canelo's the bigger guy, but he wasn't really anyway. No. You can see, because Crawford come down from 185 anyway, you can see the physicality's in there. He was all the size of Canelo.
As Edward said long before this fight, I just think styles make fights. In Canelo's style, this style of Canelo was suited for Crawford. He can't throw combinations anymore. There's no more head movement from Canelo. Yeah. He tries to walk people down and hit you all over the body and all over the head if he can, but he can't put his combination. He can't sustain the combinations. And what really impressed me about Crawford was the fact that it was a question of like he didn't want to trade off early with Canelo. He traded late with Canelo because he couldn't take his power early. So in the early rounds, he was just pity-patting and just tapping him, kept spinning him, kept turning him and driving him mad. And then in the later rounds, as Canelo started to fade, from round 7, round 8, as the pace got a little bit slower, then Crawford's confidence, he was confident enough within himself to stand and trade with him. And even when he got on inside, he was hitting him with like 3s and 4s, hard shots, constant shots. He just kept spinning him, kept turning him, and Canelo didn't really know where he was. And another great thing about Crawford, stayed southpaw throughout the whole fight, and Canelo admitted after that he couldn't handle a southpaw.
Couldn't work it out.
Couldn't work it out whatsoever.
Adam, we had Paulie Malignaggi on the show the other day with myself and Jim, and I want you to have a listen to what he had to say and see what you think of it.
I think Canelo has been for a while.
Shane Mosley, who fought both Floyd and Canelo, gave a rare perspective. He explained that Mayweather's timing, ability to read opponents, and ring control set him apart. Even against stronger fighters, Floyd always found a way to dictate the pace. Mosley concluded that Floyd operated on a higher level than Canelo, proving himself the more complete fighter.
Hey man, he's the man.
Absolutely, you fought both Canelo and Mayweather. I was surprised to hear Canelo say that straight after the fight. I mean, credit to him, he's been really humble in defeat. You fought them both. Who did you think was better, Canelo or Mayweather? I know that's Canelo was saying it was Crawford better than Mayweather, but who did you think was better out of Canelo and Mayweather?
Mayweather was definitely better. He was better when he fought because he was more technically sound and knew how to do things. Whereas Canelo had more power and placed the shots probably better. No, he didn't place the shots better. He was just younger and placed the shots really good. Like Canelo was really good at 21 years old. Like I was impressed. I was very impressed with Canelo at 21. But Mayweather was still technically more sound. Go ahead.
Did you believe or do you agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford? Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can.
Another viewpoint emphasized generational greatness. Mayweather ruled his era, but today Crawford carries the mantle. The argument, every era has its king, and in this time, Crawford stands as the dominant force.
It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Absolutely, and I noticed when I asked you, there was a slight pause. It's a real conversation now to be had. Crawford, pardon me, up there with the likes of Mayweather. He's really etched himself into the Mount GOAT conversations.
Oh yeah, he's definitely one of the.
Rogan also praised Mayweather's discipline outside the ring, noting how he stayed at his peak despite fame and distractions. He added that if Crawford ever faced Floyd in his prime, it would be the ultimate test of Crawford's greatness.
The idea of pulling up at a yacht is it's the opposite of what everybody tells you about fighting. The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up.
He does.
The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
But through that balling night, I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking.
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's party, he's drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always training.
Trainer Abel Sanchez praised Crawford's rise to superstardom, crediting not just his wins, but the dominant manner in which he beat top-tier opponents. For Sanchez, Crawford has earned global respect as one of modern boxing's very best.
Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason. But Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds. And in the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is...
Bomac McIntyre, Crawford's trainer, was direct. Crawford is the greatest fighter of this era. He pointed to his technical brilliance, success across multiple weight classes, and ability to overcome every challenge.
To be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so...
Yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do what he at this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
Rob Aosta reacted to Crawford's recent performance by saying he would never doubt him again. Time after time, Crawford silences critics with dominant wins, earning universal respect as an unstoppable force.
I stood on it, and I'm not going to change what I said in the past or anything. I didn't think he could pull it off. He did, and not only did he pull it off, he did it. He was phenomenal. Like, he did it. He did everything right. Like, it's like he fought a perfect fight. He banged with him when he needed to. He boxed him when he needed to. He established the jab. He kept the southpaw. He kept him frustrated. I got nothing, bro. I tell you what, I would never go against that man again. I ain't doing that shit. That shit was crazy. But I do want to give a credit to those that deserve it. Like, Terence deserves full credit for his abilities, for his IQ. Bomac for his coaching. And, you know, Bomac told him to stay southpaw. He wanted to come out orthodox. Bomac told him to stay southpaw because of what Canelo was weak.
Crawford himself spoke on the fantasy matchup, saying with confidence that he would beat Mayweather even in his prime. His words reflect the self-belief and competitive fire that have defined his career.
Yeah, so if he pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh shit, okay, I'm just asking. Because Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Andre Ward offered wise counsel as a close friend of Crawford. He suggested that Crawford may not need to chase more fights or fantasy debates. In Ward's view, Crawford has already secured his place among the greats by conquering multiple divisions and defeating elite names. Ward urged him to consider retiring on top, preserving his legacy instead of risking it chasing unnecessary challenges.
I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect send-off, bro.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Without
It's
a
the
question.
perfect send-off.
That wraps up today's discussion. Stay tuned for more.